Okay, hey guys. Today I went to another locals and I got first place with a slightly different build with my White Forest deck. Today I played just pure White Forest Azamina. I played a much bigger Azamina package. I didn't play any Fiendsmith cards, and quite frankly, I enjoyed it a lot more. It was a lot less confusing to have to find the lines that I wanted to win games. And with some of the cards in the extra deck, I actually ended games with with a really funny win condition, actually multiple times, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, it's really nice. I think with the fact that playing more Azamina cards or Sinful Spoil cards and less Fiendsmith cards means that like I technically have less variety in plays, but I have better consistency of my plays, and I can get into what or Azamina stuff a lot more easily. So, but so for the White Forest stuff, still 3 LZ, 1 Azamina LZ, and 1 a Stellar. Like I've been thinking about even cutting a Stellar, but I don't know. Like there was one match, I think it was my round 3 against Ryzeal today, where I didn't see any White Forest cards. Like any. I didn't see Sylvie, I didn't see LZ, I didn't see this, I didn't see Azamina LZ, I didn't even see Rusia. Or Tails to search for them. Like it, I don't know what happened. I still ended up winning it. I played Brown 1. Well, actually, real quick, I played Brown 1. I played against Malice. Round 2, I played against Blue Eyes. Round 3, I played against Ryzeal, pure Ryzeal. And then round 4, I played against Blue Eyes with a small Tempai engine in it, which was just a little bit scary, but ended up being fine. But yeah, I want to make sure I have consistency and I have ways to play, and like, so it's a decent card, but it's up for debate whether you can cut it. 3 of the Sylvie, which I really hope this gets a rarity upgrade in Stampede. Like the fact that the one of Rusia that I'm playing got a super instead of Sylvie is just absolutely insane to me, and I'm still gonna complain about it. But yeah, I'm so happy with this setup. Like I kind of want to run a second one of this because it's a nice tuner play, but yeah, but the fact that we don't have Baron in this in the TCG like we do in Master Duel, like they're not as important to go for plays mainly other than your White Forest plays like Arciela up into Diabel, but we do also have Chaos Angel, so that's another card that you can summon with it. For spells, I'm playing 2 Tails still, 1 Scourge, which I absolutely love this card, and then 1 Woes. I think if you cut Woes, I just don't know what you're doing. Like, it's by far one of the strongest cards to have to play into like cards like not just Shifter, but the Molcharmies or Drolls. If you use this normal Sylvie, search this as your first thing, especially after game 1. Like you're making sure that you have plays even when your opponent opens like power hand traps like Droll, like Molcharmies, like Shifter, things that are really strong like that. And then this is really good to search to stop like board breakers or just at the end of the day, it's just a negate. So it's like it's an interruption for your opponent's combos, but it's also really good. And it can reborn your Ilya Sylvia after you use the negate. It's just a crazy card. I don't know why people don't play more of it. But yeah. Also, real quick, I'm thinking like I might want to cut down to 1 Tails. I really don't want to because I really like 2 Tails. It feels really weird and awkward going through 1 Tails, and if it gets stopped, usually I'm not going to get it back. So it makes follow-up plays in grind games really awkward, and I don't like that. So what I do with that is still going to be up for debate. I have 3 wanted here. I got my first QCR. Hopefully I'll get my others soon. I got 3 Black Witch, and then I have 3 Deception. I really want access to my Sinful Spoil cards, so playing 3 of all of these is something I really wanted to have. There's like I feel like you can probably take out one. I could take out 1 Diabell Star. I'm still like thinking of my what I want to adjust in this list, because I don't think it's like perfect yet. For this format, or just in general, like I think it really is up to interpretation. But I think having the highest chance of seeing these cards, I think, is something that I definitely don't want to give up. So yeah, just great cards, great cards. And then I'm playing 1 Hollowed Azamina. I'm playing 1 Debtors, which is a really good card because it's an interruption on your opponent's turn, and it can help you, like, again, play through cards like Charmies and stuff. It's a really nice card because also having 2 of these means that going second with my increased number of Sinful Spoil cards, I have a much better chance of having cards to break my opponent's board. Excuse me, going second. There's even one game today where like I opened Debtors and Queen Azamina, excuse me, going second, and like I was able to summon the Azamina monster that sends an opponent's monster or card to grave, and I chain blocked it with the Queen Azamina reporting from the grave. So it's like a really nice just interaction, although both of those are 1-0s and stuff. But I still play the 1 Sinful Spoils of Slumber Morian, or whatever. Still a really good card. You can set it off of Thrust. You can just set it off of Diabell Star. If you open like what's it called? If you open Deception, you can just set this instead. And you can, if you send it, you can just reset it with a Azamina monster on the field, so, or with a level 5 or higher illusion, but same thing. So yeah, really good. And then 1 Queen Azamina. My QCR is still in the mail. I don't know where it is, but it should be here soon. But yeah, this card is like, it's not a great card, but it's also not a bad card. The fact that it's always treated as a Sinful Spoil card is really nice. It just means it's really nice. I'm trying to think of the best way. Like, I kind of think of this as kind of like a toy box type card where you just get a lot of advantage off of or a lot of materials to use as costs for your Azamina cards. So the toy box sets you like Toy Soldier and Toy Tank, and that's like 3 spells and traps to send for your White Forest effects, which are normally like, negatives, but or costs, something you have to get rid of, but they turn it into bonuses for you. If you send this for a fusion for an Azamina, you can just summon it back, and then you can use it as cost again. It's very strong, and yeah, it's definitely, it's a brick, but it's definitely not a bad card. And then never really found myself really wanting to take it out going second, but I'm going to think on that and see if I want to start taking it out, but I don't know. Then onto the non-engine. This is the main part where I'm still like, I don't know the best way that I want to play it yet. But I played 2 Thrust and 1 Talents. It's good going first and second because Talents can look at your opponent's hand, and Thrust can set interruptions like the Sinful Spoil Trap or Woes. So yeah, it's half decent. I also play Ash, Valor, 3 Fulos, and then 3 Imperm. And it's a 41 card deck, I believe. And yeah, so 15 non-engine. There's one change I definitely want to make. I'll come to that more in the side deck, but honestly, like, I don't know how many times I've activated this card while playing this deck. Like, maybe like once or twice. I think I activated this once today. It was always in my deck going second, and I drew it like once. And I just feel like this might be a card to relegate to the side deck. It's like a strong card, but I don't know. I just don't ever seem to see it. And that's not really an issue with the card itself, but I don't know what it is, but I see this significantly less than any of my other cards. And I don't know why. I just think, also going first, you know, I'd rather have a different hand trap. So I'm going to think on my hand trap setup for sure. But onto the extra deck, 1 Diabell, 1 Arciela, and then 1 Silvera. These are, you know, obvious and standard. I'm playing 1 Coral Dragon because in this build we don't have Fiendsmith stuff. We have a few extra spaces, and sometimes you can make a rank 6, or not rank 6, a level 6 synchro, and you have the Elza Azamina to go into your level 8, but you don't have another spell to send off of Arciela to get a search. So going into this can get you some advantage from your level 6 synchro. It does mean that you don't have a card to reborn your level 4 tuner from the grave. So, you know, you can take your pick of what you want. Also, going second, you can discard a card to destroy a card your opponent controls. It's a half decent effect. And then 1 Chaos Angel, really strong card. Then this is the main card that I wanted to talk about. This is Saint Azamina. I won multiple matches today because of this. I ended up beating both my Ryzeal opponent and my first Blue Eyes opponent with the battle damage effect of this card. Even against my Blue Eyes opponent, he had the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon, and I baited out his interaction. I then went into this, summoned Azamina Elzet from the deck, and just attacked both into his 4K defense and just won. It's a really funny way, and actually a really decent way of winning games. And also it's really annoying because it has the thing where your opponent can't target cards on their own field, grave, or banishment. So, you know, your opponent against Malice, they can't bestial their own cards to get as extenders. Against Ryzeal, they can't use like Eclipse Twins to reborn their cards. They can't use nodes. They can't use the field spell to put 2 back and draw 1. All of those came up today. Yeah, and this can't be targeted, so your opponent can't detonate or pop this. So it's a really awkward card for your opponent to get around. It does have its outs, but it's a very strong card, very strong win condition too. I play 1 Mu Arceolago as well, just the searcher one. Play 1 Moa Regina, again, QCR's in the mail. This one I didn't end up summoning today, but it's a decent option, especially if you go into your Ilia Sylvia early in your combo, and then you can get this or Saint Azamina out anyway, because then you can summon this, and then this can summon back the Ilia Sylvia, and you can go from there. You can also reborn your Azamina Elzet, and it's a pop too. Specifically when Azamina or Sinful Spoil card effect is activated, but it's still decent. It's not like the most common card you'll use, but it's decent. 1 Ilia Sylvia, because it's in the gate. It's probably one of the best ones. And then 1 Soul. I did summon this multiple times. This is really good. It has recursion during the standby phase to add back a Sinful Spoil or Azamina card. It comes up multiple times if you summon this on your opponent's turn, and it happens to stick. You're just going to gain so much advantage from just being able to add back one of those cards. And it's a decent interruption too. So, and it helps you break boards. So it's really nice. I'm playing one Magistus Chirozo. This is just for those weird game states where you don't open any White Forest cards. The games today that I didn't open White Forest cards, my opponents had lots of hand traps. So I did have like Diabell Star, but I didn't have the cards to get that far into my combo. So it's here, it's an option. I don't really want to cut it, but it's also I wouldn't say it's mandatory. And then for the last options, it's just a Dweller. You can make it. It's really strong. One Typhon. This I wanted to make it once, but then I decided on something else. It was a really tough game state anyway. I play one Aggregator because I'm playing Ultimate Slayer on the side, but I'm not a huge fan of this anymore because Ryziel seems to be making the level 4 synchro, the Photon Liege or I don't know, the one that has targeting protection. So excuse me, it like when my game 3, my opponent didn't make that. He just had dual drive plus detonator, and so like it was really tough to know. It's like, oh well, do I side in the Ultimate Slayers or do I not? So I'm definitely gonna think about whether I keep this in. And then one SP just because it's a nice card for sure. And then side deck, again, this is going to be up for change, but things I like. Droplet's a really good card. 3 Ultimate Slayer, again, I'm going to think about cutting this, but it's obviously still a really good card. Whether it's the most viable option right now is, to be seen. I also play one Sinful Spoil of Subversion Stenkai. Finally got my QCR today, but this is really good because I like to side this going second because it's an out to detonator. There's a number of times where my opponents don't send Eclipse Twins when playing Ryziel, and so this will just out it on its own. Otherwise, this and just one other interruption generally will out the detonator. So it's a really strong card, and with my 6 Wanted and 6 Diabell Star, I have a lot of access to this card specifically, or a lot of easy access. So I have the one in the deck, and then I have 6 others, so it's fairly consistent. I'm playing one Baldrake, one Juice Worm, one Mag. What happens with these on the ban list is to be determined, but still really good cards, really strong cards going second. Great against Blue Eyes, great against Malice, or not Malice, great against Ryziel to hit the Eclipse Twins. Not a bad card at all. And Malice is obviously abusing the heck out of these cards. So speaking of Malice, 3 Lancia. And then the last card is Nib. This is the card that I want to add to my main deck and then play 3 of, because if you can pull off a Nib, you have a really easy OTK line with Saint Azamina. All you need is like 2 Sinful Spoil cards, which with this version is really easy to get, and you can just tack into a huge like Nib token and just sometimes even just one-shot your opponent. It's really strong. And yeah, so but you need to mix it with like other hand traps too. So that's why, I still want to play like 15 hand traps in the main deck, but I think I might put the Charmies on the side and put this in the main and put it at 3. And I'll see what I can do from there. But yeah, that's the profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to be making a video hopefully soonish on the what do you call it, some lines for how to play this deck, how to combo with Azamina cards, and basically comboing with cards that are not the Fiendsmith cards, because I know the Fiendsmith cards might get banned, 2 they might get whatever, not become as useful, or you know, just people just don't want to buy them. People don't want to play them. They're not as fun because they're splashing every deck. So I love this version of the deck. It's really fun, and I got first place today, and I don't have it on me, I forgot, but in my prize packs I did pull a QCR Barrel Dragon, Primite Barrel Dragon, so this deck really paid off for me today, so I'm really happy with it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the profile, and definitely stay tuned for the combo / test hand video that will be coming out hopefully soonish, hopefully this week. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.